So, shall we try to finish this out? Yes, yes. Uh, it's the middle of the day. I still have some daylight, so maybe it'll make it look a little clearer on the close-ups. This natural light, in addition to my shop light. Yeah, maybe. All right. So, I'm gonna use a dark pad, one of Mike Tuft's awesome pads with some kind of rubber, so the glass does not slip. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Where was I? Oh yeah, I just finished out the preform. Now I got to get into the actual sharpening and notching and final thinning. We already did, well, I already did the hard part. I don't have to thin it anymore except to get rid of the thickness near the tip, and taper it down nice and even. No, the real ones are not always tapered down nice and even, so just keep that in mind. I'm doing it for the video. Yeah. I'm doing it as perfect as I can because it covers all the bases. Yeah. Okay. Covers what people want to see. They want to see preliminaries, and then they want to see fine work. They want to see thick, a little bit thick, and then thin down very thin. Yeah, covers all the bases if I do it this way. It starts off a little wonky, but then I straighten it out. So I cover those two bases. All right, so here we go. I'm not using my glove on my left hand. Maybe I should, yeah. Let's see if with these small arrowheads, it's hard to keep the glove out of the way, but it may help with the close-ups if everything in the background is dark, with the dark material, with the dark glass. Besides, I can do this without worrying. Did that work? I think that it just crunched at the end. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so this is all pressure flaking. I've already done the percussion work. Today is Halloween. I'm getting ready. I bought lots of candy for the trick-or-treaters. Supposedly there's a bunch. This is the first Halloween that I've spent here in years. The last time I missed the Halloween on both trips that I made up here. I think I had a Texas Knapping in October. Yeah. Texas Knapping. Heart of Texas Knapping in October. When I attend that, I missed the Halloween. Yeah. But this year, I got everything set up. I'm going to carve a pumpkin right after this. All by myself. Yeah. Haven't done that in years either. Giving out candy. Carving up pumpkins. Gonna have a good old time. Napping arrowheads out of bottle glass. What could be better? Not being sensitive to coffee. Yeah, that would be better. I can't drink coffee anymore because it messes with my stomach. Yeah. I don't know if it's a developed allergy or just age. Can't take it anymore. Can't deal with it. Yeah, see, I don't like the crunches. When it gets all crunchy, I don't like it. How do you get rid of that? I don't know. You just gotta pop them out. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I can grind it and stuff, but, you know, I don't like to. Why am I spending so much time down here? I don't know. I was going to try to get that out, but I had to beef up the edge a little bit. So now I'm going to try. Pop out that little crunchy area. All right. Now what happens if I get a crunchy area up here, up near the tip? Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully I'm just going to take short flakes and not get carried away. I will take longer flakes up near the tip to thin it down. But they shouldn't create any really crunchy areas, because I can get that from the other side if it's step fractures. Yeah. It's still blurry. Yeah. As soon as I look away, it gets blurry. When I look at this, it's fine. I mean, I gotta maneuver it so it's not blurry. As soon as I look away, it gets blurry. I bit off a lot of the edge. Alrighty. Yeah, believe it or not, the close-ups on the small stuff work a lot better if there is no automatic focus. Like I used to have a camera that just had one focus, and I had to make sure that the workpiece was at the same distance from the camera all the time. That was actually easier to deal with than to keep looking back and forth to see if it's in focus, because the autofocus doesn't like flint napping. See that? It doesn't like it. It gets blurry. I gotta keep watching it, keep my eye on it. It's hard to keep my eye on both things at once and not mess it up. I can keep my eye on both things, but I can't nap all that well. That's the key. You gotta nap well and keep an eye on it. And then bumping into the camera too, because I'm right up next to the camera. Nope, not like that. You gotta check every little flake. Little step fracturings. Can you see? You can see everything except when I'm trying to point at. Little step fracturings, little cracklings on the edge, little bites and inconsistencies in the profile. Blurriness. Is it tapering down? It's tapering down as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get without me having to spend a lot of time setting up these edges. You know me, I don't like spending a whole lot of time on these little persnickety things. In a perfect world, what would I do? I wouldn't be doing it like this. I'd be doing flake over grind. Why torture myself with this? I only torture myself on video. And sometimes in person if sometimes off camera if I'm practicing. But to create a functional arrowhead, you don't need to be perfect. Some of you might say, well, if I'm perfect, I'm covering all the bases like you said. I can make dumb ones and smart ones. If I'm perfect. Yeah, you do have a better range of possibilities if you can be perfect. That's for sure. But then I challenge you to make a thick and wonky point on purpose. Once you get good at being perfect, I challenge you to do it. See if you can do it without driving yourself nuts. Yeah. Once you can do it perfectly, try leaving some defects in there that you know you can get out, but you just say, okay, that's it. I challenge you to try that. And then you'll say, well, I guess I'm not what I thought I was. I'm not able to make them stupid anymore. Yeah, see, I told you. So you don't have a big range anymore. Do ya? No. Okay. I'm just going to trim it up. Nothing special. Mostly downward. In fact, this is all downward pressure. Like I'm beveling or something. Just to get it straightened out. To get it sharper than this, I would need a pointier pressure flaker. Yeah. Then I could just slowly pick at everything. Make sure everything is sharp and not dull. You can pick out the dull spots. See, there's some crunchy areas that need to be picked right there to make it look better. But that's about it as far as the sharpening goes. Yeah, like that. As long as I don't keep doing the powdery, crunchy area, I just keep doing that same old thing. I think it's because the edge is really thin right there. Anyways, you can get rid of the powdery look by putting mineral oil on it, but I never do. I got it on my list to order some mineral oil, and then whenever I do, it comes in the mail, I stick it somewhere safe, and then I forget where my safe spot is. Where did I put it? Where is it? Somewhere safe. Yeah, but it's too safe. Now I can't find it. Order another one. Comes in the mail. I put it in a safe spot. And then I forget. Where's the safe spot? I don't know. So unless I keep it with like my dishes that I use for eating, or right next to all my pens and pencils, I lose it. But then I gotta do that with everything. Hey, why do you have your mineral oil right there next to your forks and stuff? Don't worry about it. No one asks me that, but they might be thinking that when they come over. Got nurses coming over all the time. I want to keep everything uncluttered in the house so I can be more efficient. With the supplies I do need to keep track of for the hospice without having all my stuff there. But then I don't know where I put things, in my shed or in the storage unit. I go back and forth. I don't know. Maybe I'm wanting someone to tell me what to do. What am I gonna do? I don't know. I need guidance. Oh, I know. I got an idea. Just never use the mineral oil. That's it. Forget it. Problem solved. So that's what I do. I don't ever use it. It's there somewhere. Some of you go, I got mineral oil next to my forks and stuff. I use it on my butcher block because I'm a butcher. Or I want to be. I'm a butcher wannabe. Yeah, I know. That's probably why I thought of that, because you can have it in the kitchen for stuff. Anyways, one of these days I'll figure out a system where I can keep everything on shelves. I'm working on it. I just bought another shelving unit. Keep everything on shelves and separated in little bags and little bins on the shelves. And by themselves, of course. By themselves on the shelves. I can put more on shelves than hanging them on hooks. Yeah, I used to have a bunch of stuff hanging on hooks. But I can't store as much doing that. And I want to put shelves in front of the hanging board because there's not enough room on the board. So that's what I do. So take down the board, put up shelves. All right, so, I got more. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yapping either. I'm not done complaining and whining. I gotta do notching. Why didn't you remind me? I almost stopped. I almost put everything away. Maybe if I don't go close up, it'd be easier to stay in focus. But then you can't see what I'm doing. You can't see the minuteness of the careful flaking. And you don't know what to do because you can't see. It looks like I'm crunching it in. But is there a subtlety involved? You don't know. Because you can't see. But no, there might be some subtle stuff in there, in the technique. A lot of it is luck with notching as well as everything else. You just got to get used to doing it. That's all I can say. It doesn't look any different than doing bad notching. It looks the same, except the results are different. It looks exactly the same as if I were to snap it or do a bad job notching. With, you know, if the pop outs were not good, it still will look the same. I'm still holding it the same. I'm pushing it the same. There's same movement. The angles are all the same. Everything's the same, except for the imperceptible contribution of practice over and over. The practice that allows you to do wonderful things. Amazing. That you amaze yourself. You don't know how you do it. Yeah, when the pop outs reach halfway, that's when you know you're reaching the end of where you should be notching, otherwise you're going to snap across. You go any further, chances are you might snap right across the notches. Okay? I've been hitting the sides of the entry. I've been trying to keep it as narrow as possible, but it's not working. So I don't worry about it. Expand it a little bit so it looks cool. Yeah, expanding notches look pretty cool. Oh, dang, what did they do? I did something wrong there. I somehow removed a lot of that edge. This is going to be wonky on that side. What the heck? What did I do? I misjudged the placement of the notch. Yep. So one's going to be a little bit higher than the other, because I don't want to go down into that area where I scooped it somehow. Didn't scoop it, I kind of blew away the edge right there. I don't know how I did it or what I was thinking. Or maybe it slipped a little bit while I was yapping and didn't notice. Because it's slippery. Glass is slippery, especially with steel. You can easily slip and push on an area that you were not planning on pushing on. Yeah, one notch will be higher. Oh well. Yeah, this is the hard part. Because it's snap across the neck time. If I'm not extremely careful, it snaps right across the neck. And that's where the domed pad comes in handy, because the domeness of the pad helps to prevent snapping across the neck. Yeah. The domeness? Yeah, the domeness. The way it's domed. Domeness is related to happiness. Yes, it is. Because it prevents breakage. And preventing breakage leads to happy brain. Happy brain is healthy brain. Yeah. It goes the other way too. A healthy brain is a happy brain. A happy brain is a healthy brain. It goes both ways. So now I'm just shaping it, making it look like I was extra especially careful around the notch entry by thinning out or sharpening. Putting little points right here and here to make it look like I was super duper careful with the notching. Yeah. Did they do that in the past? Yes, they did. They actually did that. They came back and they made these areas pointy. Why? It's artistic, I think. I think it's because of artism. Yeah, some people have artism. Not autism, but artism. It's related. Yep. Artism is related to autism. Because it's just, you don't know why you do it, your brain just does it. It seems to be genetic as well. If your parents have artism, then you'll probably have artism. It's possible to have both autism and artism. You just gotta make it fancy. Yeah. You don't know why. And there's no logical reason for it. Gotta make everything symmetrical and fancy. And nicely flaked. Well, there are reasons to do it, especially if you want to sell these. Or give them as gifts. Ishi the Indian would make arrowheads as gifts. So the concept is not a foreign concept. It is a thing. Yeah, you make a special arrowhead as a gift. I'm trying to both sharpen and symmetritize this, but it just crushes the edge. Yep. I need a sharper flaker, but I don't want to sharpen this one. I'm done. Yeah, this side got really messed up. I don't know how I did it. But I tried to make it symmetrical so it won't look bad. Of course, it's blurry. You don't know what I'm talking about. See, I try to make it symmetrical. Good. Yes, yes. Nice, nice. Wonderful, wonderful. It is still 13/16 wide, which is a 16th less than 7/8, which is okay. I think you can hunt with it. What's it look like hafted? I don't know. Let's see. I can kind of give you an idea because I got a bin of foreshafts. This is my Arrowhead foreshaft. What does it look like on this? Aha. It looks like that. It's a little bit thinner than the slot. Holds the Arrowhead. Where is the... I got a bunch of other ones that I stuck them in a different bin. Didn't I? Yep. I only kept the best. Alright. Anyway. I need to make a bunch more of those to fit various situations so I can show it on video. I'm not talking into the microphone yet. Okay, fine. So yeah, normally I wouldn't have that much wood sticking up above the notching, but it can be done, right? I usually have the top of the wood level with the top of the notching. Okay, that's the way I do it, but you can do it that way too. Doesn't matter. You can even have the wood below the notching, level with the bottom of the notches. I wouldn't recommend going any lower than that. Just mid notch, low notch, high notch, and past and beyond. Yeah. It still looks okay. Still looks good. So that's it. Yeah. I'm going to time the photograph. I'll take another photograph. I'll time it so that I can put it on the hafting. Yeah. All right, so there you go. That's good for now. That's it.